All right, great. So hey, welcome everybody. This is the kickoff meeting for the release 1.7 minor release cycle. Few reminders at the beginning of the meeting, which is that Cluster API is part of the Kubernetes SIGs, which is a member of the CNCF. So we follow the CNCF code of conduct, which essentially boils down to being respectful of each other and treating others as you'd like to be treated. Usually these meetings are pretty casual in terms of etiquette, but I think maybe for the first one, if people want to use the raise hand feature, since there's a lot of us here, that might be helpful if you'd like to speak. I dropped the link to the meeting notes in the chat. It's also on the meeting invite. I can add it here again. Feel free to throw any items on the agenda as we kind of get started here, and then also add your name to the list of attendees, so we kind of keep track as to who's coming to these meetings and things like that. So hopefully you all have access to the docs. If you don't, I believe you need to join the mailing list. So if anybody's having trouble, you can shoot a message in the chat and I'll try to find that link. If not, I'll just kind of move forward, assuming we're all able to access. So cool. I have a few PSAs just to start out. First of all, welcome. Thank you all for joining us. I know a few of you were on the last release cycle. So I think it's great to have people interested in participating, and we need the help. So as with most open source projects, it's all volunteer based for this stuff. So wanted to just say thank you for this first meeting, for your time and efforts, and appreciate you being here. So yeah, I put some links to a few docs to get people oriented. The release 1.7 tasks and the timeline, just to kind of set expectations. And then I also linked the improvement tasks project board, which I think would be good for us to kind of take a look at and kind of get started on today, with just making sure everything's aligned there. We have some carryover items, but I don't want to get too caught up in that now. Cool. So yeah, I see a bunch of you were kind of clicking into those. Are there any questions or anything any of the other leads would like to say before we kind of get into the discussion topics here? I'll pause for a minute. Okay, cool. So I think you have all gotten communications, about your leads. If you have any questions as to kind of uh, who's kind of going to be responsible for which subsection of the team you're on, feel free to reach out to them. Or if you don't know who that is, you can reach out to me. And yeah, so we had our release team lead onboarding session with just the release team shadows earlier this week. Hopefully, those onboarding sessions are happening for the comms team and the CI team. Have you guys scheduled those yet?
Not yet for the comm side, but I plan on scheduling it today.
Okay, awesome.
Yep.
Cool. Thanks, Willie.
Yeah, for the CI signal side, we have scheduled it for Friday. Yep.
Awesome. Yeah. Just want to make sure they're happening. So yeah, appreciate that. Thanks for confirming. Cool. So I guess, oh, sorry, I'm not even sharing my screen. Let me share the notes. All right. Here's what I have. I have a couple items to start here. So there's a link there. I think, Furkat and I kind of talked last cycle. We essentially had an umbrella task, and we also had this board, which kind of worked hand in hand, but felt kind of like duplicative in a sense. So I think this cycle we're going to try to just work off of the improvement task board. So we're not going to have kind of a tracking issue for the tasks. All the tasks that we think are worth working on are just going to be opened as issues and then added here to the board. I think it's better because it gives us kind of like labels and columns and filtering and stuff, whereas like the umbrella issue is all relying on the person who opens the issues to kind of manually update. And at the end of the day, we're mostly just linking issues and PRs anyway. So we're going to give this a shot this time around. Hopefully people are okay with that. If not, feel free to raise a hand and, say any kind of questions or concerns you have with this approach. But hopefully this will make it easier for everyone. I think it'll definitely make it easier for tracking purposes too. So yeah, I thought this would be a good place to start. So these are all just carried over from the last cycle. Some of them are assigned, some of them are not. Some of them never really got fully assessed. Like these here don't even have priorities. Maybe I got some comments on the issues. I haven't taken a look since I opened them. But yeah, for those on the release cycle last time around, some of them I just directed, if you were kind of listed next to the item, I just opened an issue and assigned it directly to you. Feel free to redistribute that or update and change that if as appropriate. I kind of just went off of what was there from the last cycle. And then the second item on that, oh, did I put the wrong link here? I think I did. The second thing I wanted to do was to take a look at the retro, and we have some action items here. I just wanted to kind of revisit this since that last conversation happened with just the previous release team. Now this is the new release team. So I was thinking we could kind of just go through these and take a look. I think some of them might already have been broken out. Yeah, like this one, I think clearly define the CI team scope. I think that's that one's been captured already. Action items. This is kind of just I guess this can not necessarily need to be an issue, but just kind of be at PSA. I covered it with the release lead team. Just want to emphasize being transparent about kind of your time spent and your commitments and sort of what you're working on. I think, kind of tying back to what I said earlier, obviously this is all volunteer based. So, we understand people have things going on outside of the project. I would just ask that you be transparent with me and with the other leads as to what you're working on, whether you're going to be able to do it, and try to just be, communicative about things changing on your side. If there are shifts in your time commitments, or, if we're a few weeks into this and you are like, hey, I actually don't have any time for this at all, bring that up to your lead. Maybe you still want to sit in on the meetings and kind of see what's going on. If you totally want to drop out, that's not encouraging that by any means, but just to say, be transparent. I don't want to be too prescriptive about that. Need more meetings for CI signal. Okay, this one's about CI team meeting cadence. Adil, do you want to touch on this, and interested to hear your thoughts?
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I can try to in this release cycle. I will discuss this with team if they want more meetings. I will also share the recordings from the previous CA sessions that we had with Killian with the team. If they want more sessions, then I can create more meetings with the team. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. That sounds good. Yeah, I'll leave that for you to decide. For this one, I'll open an issue on this. This one's pretty straightforward. Oh, and yeah, if you have, my comment here was, if you have those recordings and you gather them, I think I have them somewhere, but if you could also like ping me or loop me in on that communication when you have a few of those, I'd like to take a look at them too, because I think I might have lost them.
I have one recording. I will
Okay.
check if I have other. Yeah, the first one that we had with Killian, debugging session. I
Cool.
will try to find if I find other ones. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take another
Okay.
look. I just switched computers, so maybe it'll be on
Yeah.
my computer or something. Document verification of container images. Let me open an issue on this. So this has to do with Loading images. Okay, so we might have an issue on this already. I think. This has to do with an issue that we came across with the change to, there we go. Okay, I believe this is the same issue. So if anything, maybe I'll just add this to our board for improvement here. So we should be good on that one. This one was about adding kind of a formalization step for applications. I don't know if there's anything for us to do right now on this. That might be worth bringing up in office hours with the maintainers and the rest of the community to see, because I imagine this is not the first time this conversation has happened. And then this one can be, this looks like this would be a release lead task. Does anybody on the release lead team want to take a stab at this? This is essentially going to be a PR to just modify the structure of the documentation for release team tasks. Okay, no worries. I can open the issue and I'll leave it unassigned for now, and hopefully we can have someone pick that up. Oh, I see a raised hand here. Is that Subasmita? Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yep, can you hear me?
Yep, sure can.
Yeah, I can pick that up.
Okay, cool. Do you want to, so yeah, essentially we're just opening an issue. I can, if you want to just ping me when the issue's open and I'll add it to the board, and then I think we'll probably get acceptance from it. I think usually we open the issue just to make sure that the community is okay with it, or if maintainers have any feedback. But yeah, if you want to take that one, that would be great.
Okay.
I'm not able to tag you, but I'll just add your name there. And then we have this one. Okay, this one I have. Did we add this to the? Okay, I mentioned this on this issue. This is kind of, okay, so we're basically good on this. I think these are all kind of covered at this point too. Cool, so that's good. We went through all those. There was one carryover from last cycle that I was hoping maybe somebody on this call would have context on. Consider adding expandable auto-generated release notes for beta and RC releases. I can find where it was on. Okay. Does no one on this call has, just looking at this. All right, that's fine. I'll chase that down.
Oh yeah, sorry. I think I remember seeing this somewhere, but I think it might be from the previous release teams page. I'll go ahead and find that right now.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is. Yeah, classic, too many tabs, too many different repos. This might be close. Oh, I guess somebody did open an issue on this. Is this
Yeah, there it is. Sorry.
No worries. Oh, he just found, okay. To do. Oh, I guess I already have this. I guess, all right. Well, maybe we don't need to talk about it then. I guess it's already been captured here. I literally don't remember adding this, but I guess I added a bunch of these at once. All right, cool. I guess that's on me. Great. And then I just have one more, which is that if you haven't already, consider taking a look at this doc, which is joining the GitHub organization for Kubernetes SIGs. It makes PR review easier. It also includes you in kind of like the permissions, like the LGTM permissions we have on certain directories within the cluster API repository. So it just makes it easier for you to kind of contribute and help out with the project. And I also think it's cool to have just in general. So yeah, would encourage everyone to take a look at this. If you haven't, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions on it. I'm not a maintainer, and I'm not like I don't believe I can sponsor anyone for membership, but I need to kind of make sure that that's the case. But yeah, you know, if you've contributed before, I think you can, you know, I would just encourage you to take a look at the doc and post probably in the cluster API channel, or, you know, if you've been contributing to a provider, and see if you have, you know, any candidates there who would be suitable for sponsors for you. Cool. So that's all I had. I don't see any other additions to the agenda so far. I'll pause again for a sec and see if anybody has anything else they want to add, or concerns or questions or anything at this point. Yeah, go ahead, Willie.
Yeah, just to confirm, so the tasks for this release cycle is still on the same release tasks .md page, just from last time. I think the one that we were just on, to click on that. I can link it as well. Because I know we have this is like a new table, but we also have this like document in the repo. So I'm wondering which one is like the more updated one that we should be looking at.
Which one in the repo? You're not talking about this one, right?
No, I just linked it in the Zoom chat.
Oh, cool.
Oh wait, that is the wrong page. Okay, I got confused. I thought this page was was the issue that you were linking. So, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this does, I kind of get, so
Because last time we used the issue for the task manager, but okay, we have a board now. All right, that makes sense.
we have
Sorry
so
for confusing
there's a
people.
few different things. There's the release tasks, which follows a template that is in the docs that basically ties in with this, just as concrete kind of things. And I think it's meant to keep updated. So this is more like the reference doc, and then this is more like the living issue. And then we also have the improvement tasks, which are separate to the release tasks, but are in kind of help, you know, you know, I guess I'll just finish the sentence for people who weren't part of the last release cycle. The improvement tasks are essentially to just make the release process better, make our documentation clearer, basically anything that can help make our lives easier as members of the release team, to essentially streamline and improve the tasks of the more kind of like concrete tasks that are involved in the release. That sounded very wordy, but hopefully that made it a little bit clearer. All right, cool. Anything else people want to bring up? All right, I guess we're good then. Yeah, looking forward to working with all of you. For those who I haven't met, nice to meet you. I think we'll probably all get a chance to interact in a, you know, smaller meeting off you know, as the cycle continues. One more plug, I would suggest, if you have time, to pop into the office hours that happen directly after these release team meetings. Just to kind of see what's going on. It's good to get kind of a sense as to what's happening in the community, and you know, meet the maintainers and the kind of people on the provider side who are involved with the project too. So it's kind of a nice complement to being on the release team, in my opinion. Cool. All right, I'll stop it there. Thanks again, everyone. Talk to you soon.